In this world, some stories were never meant to be told in the daylight. Secrets hide behind abandoned walls and whispers echo from forgotten souls. Welcome to a place where safety is an illusion, and the truth is far more terrifying than fiction. I'm the narrator, and you've just stepped through the gate of horror. Turn off the lights and prepare yourself. I've worked in several hospitals and care facilities throughout my career, but none left an impression quite like St. Mary's Geriatric Center, a small hospital about half an hour from where I live. I had experience working with elderly patients before, so when I started there, I didn't expect anything unusual. I was wrong. It was only my third week on the job, during what would soon become one of the longest nights of my life. I was working the overnight shift in the Alzheimer's ward, running on barely any sleep. Most of the residents there were kind and quiet, and many seemed to enjoy having a young nurse like me around, someone who could pull them back into the present, even for a moment. That night, one patient in particular stood out. Her name was Martha, and it was my first night taking care of her. Every time I walked into her room, she whispered about the man in black standing in the corner and the voices that wouldn't stop calling her name. Her roommate, tired of Martha's ramblings, had already asked for the curtain to be closed between their beds. By 11 p.m., most of the patients were asleep, everyone except Martha. Each time she called me, her hands trembled, her eyes darting toward the dark corner of the room. I tried my best to comfort her, holding her hands and reminding her that she wasn't alone, that I was just a button away. It worked for a while. She finally drifted off to sleep. Hours passed in silence. Around 2 a.m., I was in the linen room restocking supplies. The door was closed, and it was dead quiet, until I heard something. A soft shuffle behind me. I turned around quickly. Nothing. I exhaled, convinced it was just exhaustion playing tricks on me, and went back to my cart. Then I felt it. A heavy hand on my shoulder. I froze. When I turned, there was no one there. My heart pounded as I rushed to the hallway. Empty. Not a single nurse or patient in sight. The whole ward was silent. I tried to shake it off, went back inside, and continued working. When I finally turned toward the door again, my blood ran cold. A tall man dressed completely in black was standing outside the door, staring at me through the glass, smiling. I screamed so loud it echoed down the hall. The man vanished in an instant, disappearing into the darkness. Seconds later, another nurse burst in, helping me off the floor. I kept asking if she'd seen him, the man in black, but she looked confused. "There's no one else here," she said. My screams had woken Martha. When I went to check on her, she was already sitting upright, shaking. "He's here again," she whispered. When I asked her what he looked like, her expression sharpened, more focused than I'd ever seen it. "How did you know he was smiling?" she asked. That question sent chills down my spine. Before I could answer, she started screaming, "He's coming! Get me out of here!" Nurses rushed in to calm her while I stood frozen. I was transferred to another ward for the rest of the night, but I barely lasted an hour before asking to go home early. The next morning, I told the head nurse that I was quitting. Whatever I saw, or thought I saw, was enough. I wasn't going back. I've never been diagnosed with any mental condition, never hallucinated, and while I know lack of sleep can cause strange things, this felt different. The weight of that hand on my shoulder, the smile behind the glass, the exact figure Martha described. Some things just can't be explained, and I hope I never have to experience anything like it again.